Have you ever truly questioned the foundation of the United States, the land of the free and the home of the brave? Beneath the flags, fireworks, and national pride lies a story many refuse to tell. Long before the American dream was even imagined, this land belonged to millions of Native Americans, tribes with deep traditions, languages, and systems of governance. But their civilizations were devastated by colonization. Through broken treaties, genocide, forced relocations like the Trail of Tears, and the spread of European diseases, over 90% of the indigenous population was wiped out. This was not peaceful settlement, it was invasion and erasure. As settlers expanded, so did their greed. And with it, came slavery, the darkest stain on American soil. For over 2 centuries, enslaved Africans were treated as property, forced to build the economic foundations of the country. Plantations thrived, cotton exports boomed, and railroads expanded, all while families were torn apart, lives destroyed, and generations traumatized. Even after the Civil War and the abolition of slavery, true freedom was denied. Jim Crow laws, systemic racism, redlining, lynching, and segregation plagued black communities for decades. And as one form of control faded, another rose. Enter the prison industrial complex, where justice became profit. Today, America has the highest incarceration rate in the world, with millions behind bars, often for minor or nonviolent offenses. Many prisons are privately owned, meaning more prisoners means more profit. And it's no coincidence that Black and Latino communities are disproportionately targeted by policing and sentencing. But the manipulation doesn't stop at justice, it goes deeper, into the mind. In the shadows of Cold War paranoia, the CIA launched secret operations like MKUltra, experimenting with mind control using drugs like LSD on unsuspecting civilians. They funded coups in foreign countries, toppled democracies, and installed dictators, all in the name of freedom and control. And while these operations took place abroad, at home, Americans were fed another drug, the illusion of the American dream. Work hard, and you'll succeed, that's what we're told. But for millions, this dream is unreachable. Wages have stagnated, healthcare is unaffordable, student loans cripple generations, and the wealth gap has never been wider. Billionaires soar to space while families struggle to pay rent. And all the while, corporate media pumps out distractions, celebrity scandals, partisan outrage, and 24/7 fear, to keep the public divided, angry, and blind to the real issues. Just 6 corporations own the majority of U.S. media, controlling the narrative you see on TV, in movies, and even online. It's not news, it's noise. Behind every freedom story lies an untold consequence. The war on drugs, a weaponized campaign that devastated black communities and filled prisons. The war on terror, a justification for mass surveillance, drone strikes, and for mass conflict in the Middle East, drone strikes, leaving behind endless conflict in the Middle East, leaving behind countless civilian response to crises, from Hurricane Katrina to the COVID-19 pandemic, Katrina revealed the deep cracks in health pandemic leadership, revealed the social cracks in healthcare leadership, and social safety nets. The arms industry thrives, the military budget grows, and inner cities are left to decay, and inner cities are left to decay. Even the education system is failing, with underfunded schools, overworked teachers, with underfunded curriculum that often erases the truth in favor of patriotism. Then there's the environmental cost, corporate pollution. Then there's the environmental climate warnings, corporate and the prioritization of climate over planet, and the prioritization of profit lands continue to be desecrated for pipelines and oil drilling, while wildfires and oil drilling, and toxic water poison communities, floods, and toxic water poison communities. Behind America's mask of democracy and justice is a complex web of democracy and justice is a complex web of psychological, economic, political, most people remain unaware, too exhausted by daily survival to question the system, too exhausted by daily survival to question the system. But this isn't about hating America, it's about confronting the truth. Hating America, it's about real patriotism doesn't mean silence. Because real patriotism doesn't mean silence. It means learning history, not erasing it. It means learning history, it means acknowledging the pain behind the progress. It means acknowledging the pain behind the progress. Only when we expose the darkness can we begin to heal. Only when we expose the darkness can we begin to heal. So next time you hear about liberty, ask, so next time you hear about liberty, and at what cost? Liberty for whom? And at what cost?